Welcome back to my channel. So if you've been wondering,
what have you been doing for the last week, Tallulah? Watching every single Monster High movie in existence.
I've been wanting to do another tier ranking video pretty much ever since I made the first one. I just never got around to it, I guess. I was going to do a ranking total drama characters, but the problem is I literally started to forget the characters. Not like the total drama characters, I started to forget all the Redonkulous Race characters, and I didn't really feel like rewatching Redonkulous Race again because my hyperfixation of total drama kind of died off a little bit. But like when they announce more stuff about the upcoming seasons, I'll probably get into it again and make a video on that if you're interested. Anyway, today's video. So we all know the monstrosity of a live action that's coming out this fall. That will be a separate video because there is too much going on there. And if you're wondering why I didn't do it like now instead of this video, it is because even though the movie's leaked, I am terrified of like getting copyrighted or like
sued.
But anyway, I thought in preparation for that, why don't I just like watch the classics and tier rank them because I want to talk about it. I feel like I didn't say so much in this intro, but I feel like this video kind of like the title kind of gets to the point. I don't know why this feels so little, but I'm just gonna assume that every movie is on here, and if I'm wrong, I'll have to edit it in myself and that will be my karma. The first movie we have is Friday Night Frights. So now hear me out. This one is mainly here for nostalgia purposes. This was my favorite Monster High movie as a kid. I mean, I had the Wii game, which I recently played on, it was New Year's Eve, and I kept running into the wall. The dolls, I had the doll set with Ghoulia and Abby, some of my favorite Monster High dolls I've ever had. I mean, I think they were my favorite that I ever bought. Something about this movie, though, is it actually kind of made me not like operetta at first. I don't know if this was the movie where she was introduced. I have no idea why I even said that. Okay, because Rebecca and Rochelle were both introduced in this movie and play huge roles. For some reason, the moment I started filming this, just all my thoughts about every Monster High media I've consumed this week just decided to like leave my brain. Makes me so mad that I left that out because literally Rebecca is one of my favorite characters. First of all, I love her design. She's so cool, and I loved her in this movie, and I loved Rochelle as well, so I don't know why I just left that out. I didn't watch these movies in order. Maybe it would have been smarter to do that, but I also didn't rewatch this specific one just because I watched it a couple months ago, so if I'm missing any details, that's probably why. She treated like her team as her competitors, kinda, and like it really annoyed everyone because they were like, hey, like, why are you shoving me around? We're just like at practice. And she's like,
and there is no I in team. Well, there sure enough is one in win, but y'all wouldn't know about that, would you?
good for her though. But when I was little, it made me not like her. Now I don't really care. Keith was like way more annoying in this movie too. Like in this one, it was worse because like he was being misogynistic like the entire movie until the end where he got like the sense knocked into him.
Yeah! Black, white, pink, blue. If guys can do it, girls can too.
And a reality check. And Claude too, he was like to Draculaura, oh, you can't play this.
Maybe if we had someone to coach us, someone who knew what they were doing.
No way. Forget it. I'm not helping you injure yourself. Matter of fact, as your boyfriend, I won't let you play.
Well, I'm doing it anyway.
I guess that settles it then.
Whew, finally. I'm sorry, but this is for your own
I'm playing because it's important.
As she should. I don't even know if this movie's hated. Kind of got the impression that this movie isn't well liked, I guess, because I've never ever seen anyone like saying it's their favorite. This one just like has a special place in my heart. Next one is Frights Camera Action. This one is also at the top because it's my new favorite movie. I just think this was like a really cool way to have Draculaura get her powers. Like, I think it was fun. It is unfortunate that they have to go and ruin everything that this movie did with Welcome to Monster High. We will get into it
later. We will get into it later.
I also liked that they didn't like, with some of the movies, it's repetitive, like, not repetitive in a bad way. I enjoy seeing the same group of people go to the same group of places. I love the characters, but sometimes it's like I want it to have a little switch up, I guess. Like, I don't know, I liked having the smaller group of people go to Transylvania with her. I did see the ending coming like from the moment the movie started, but like I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I am 17 and this movie is targeted towards kids, so when I was little I highly doubt I would have seen it coming. I also liked how Rebecca actually had the heart the whole time, which I kind of also figured that out pretty quickly, but I thought it was a really cool touch. I did like Letterboxd reviews for like all of these movies pretty much when I was watching them, just for funsies, and I saw the reviews on this one and everyone was like bashing Hoodoo. They did not like Hoodoo. Personally, I thought he was funny. Like, maybe it's just my humor, but like, I was just like, I love him, you know? Good for him. When he got his like janitor job.
In Hollywood, triple threat means dust, mop, sweep.
Oh well, at least I'm in showbiz.
Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, I have no idea. Next one is Scaris. I loved Scaris. I love the outfits in this movie, I think the most. There's just such a variety, and Claudine does like an amazing job designing them all. I mean, obviously she doesn't design like every outfit in this movie, but like she designs quite a few because this movie is focused on Claudine and her fashion. I also love that like the new characters they introduced also competing for the same position as Claudine. Ghoulia like had me laughing so hard in this movie. It was like out on the street making some cash. I thought she was just gonna get like another bike. She, I think, bought everyone bikes, and then she bought herself a car. The funniest scene by far, though, was when they were trapped in, like, I was gonna call it the catacombs, but I don't think it's the catacombs.
The catacombs!
Anyways, they're trapped, and they're like, oh, no one's gonna come down here. No one's dumb enough to do that.
No one would ever be fool enough to come near here.
Whoa, it sure is dark down here.
Are you sure we're in the right place, Brochacho?
Look,
My other favorite scene was probably when Toralei tried to ruin their fashion show for a second time.
A kitty can't just change her stripes.
I cannot be a god! No! I must do something!
So she totally failed. Like, I argue that he did it better than Harry Styles. Anyway, the next one is Haunted. I'm gonna put it at a B. I just think a C is a little too low. So, I really liked how this movie focused on Spectra and Twyla, and especially because I love Twyla so much. Any movie that has like an extra Twyla, I'm gonna love it, but maybe not. I didn't actually love this one that much, so maybe that's not true. Also, you can't tell me that Kiyomi was like not in love with Draculaura. Like, come on now. I thought that aspect of it was super cute, like that she was being haunted, but like it wasn't really haunting because she was like being nice. Wait, did she do something evil? I can't remember. I feel like she was being nice. The whole time I was like, how is like Twyla's dad just like not, how did they get into the house? Or how did they get into the Boogie Mansion? I don't know. Left me with a lot of questions. It's probably not that deep.
Who is doing this to me? You're doing it to yourself. No.
This is the Great Scarrier Reef. Hi, so I was being way too generous with this part of the video, so I'm cutting out what I had to say before. This movie is bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I like the idea of Laguna, like, having a movie about her. This plot was bad. I mean, there's literally a dancing pack that has Laguna in it. But she's afraid of dancing? Like, wasn't she in dance class? Just so much going on in this movie. I did like seeing Toralei with the ghouls, where she's not the one instigating, like, the conflict, I guess. But that's, like, about the only good thing I have to say about it. The ending, I did not see that coming. The Kraken was
Her fucking dad?
I think that, like, the Kraken being her dad was, like, the plot twist of the century for me. Like, I don't know if I'm just really dumb, but, like, my jaw actually fell to the floor. I was like,
What?
he's her dad?
So, the Kraken is your dad.
And then he was, like, helping, like, rebuild the school. Okay, Boo York. Boo York, yeah, I think I made the right choice. It's pretty obvious why I put Boo York there, but I'll talk about it anyway. First of all, even if you don't like this movie, you can't, like, not say the soundtrack is, like, amazing. Like, come on, we have so many bangers. The weirdest thing though is I actually didn't watch this movie until this year. I know, it's shocking. I've literally seen like re-uploads on YouTube of like all of the songs in this movie, like during my Monster High phase, like especially the one with Deuce and Cleo. I had seen that on YouTube. I just never saw the movie, which is the weirdest part because I watched literally every other movie. So I'm not sure why I missed this one, but it's phenomenal. The funniest part was when Toralei was like, what should I do? And she just like decided to steal her voice and like go on Broadway.
All in the river! Gonna get a lot of money! Shut up! I'm good!
Wait a second. If this thing can take someone's musical voice, who's to say it can't give it to someone else? Come on, Rock! Give me catty voice! Toralei wants to sing!
Also, Caddy and Pharaoh's relationship is just so cute. Do I need to say anything? So I actually avoided watching this one, unlike the others, which I've pretty much all seen at least once, and decided to like rewatch for fun, but this was commitment to this video. All these thoughts are very fresh since I just watched this last night. When I say I hate movies or like shows that are like a reboot and they like literally derail everything that has ever been put forth, this is a good example. Everything that was like already canon is like derailed in this movie, and I just, why? Starting off strong, Draculaura and Frankie funding the school. I had to keep an open mind for this, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, let's not be too quick to judge, although it makes no sense. And for some reason, they go hunting for other monsters, and they find Claudine. Claudine's like canon siblings that she has are just replaced with a bunch of like little children. Like, where did Claude and Haleen go? Like, and then they bring in some like random villain despite having like Toralei in this movie, and she doesn't say one word. She literally doesn't speak. Like, what was the point of even having her in the movie? I just don't. Monica was just like such a bad antagonist. She was not scary. She was not threatening. It was clear from the start that she wasn't going to follow through with what she was saying. I will give the movie some credit though, because I did like the Tash plot. I thought it was like cute seeing Draculaura as like a fangirl. I don't know, it's just like so in her character. And when Tash actually turned out to be a monster, I did not see that coming at all. Plus, Tash's like song in this movie isn't even bad. Like, Tash's song in this movie is what the live action movie thought it was going to do with the soundtrack, but they could not even compete. And when I say I was committed to this video, I actually wasn't committed enough because I never even watched. This movie as a whole just like gave me all I needed. Either that or I just physically could not get myself to watch Electrified, but I never watched Electrified.
And I never will.
New Ghoul in School, I'm gonna give it an A. I thought this one was super cute. I don't know why it's classified as a movie because it is really short. I wish it would have been longer, kind of how like Fright On is. Simple, it gives us what we need to know. Fright On, I'm gonna give it a B. I also really like the old animation. I forgot to mention that when I was talking about the last one, but Fright On is also in the old animation despite the picture being 3D, which I don't know why it's 3D. My phone decided to run out of storage, so I don't remember what my last exact thought was, but Ghouls Rule and Fright On have like a lot of similarities with the whole vampires and werewolves. This movie, I don't know if it's like, I'm always seeing edits of this movie and stuff, but I feel like it's a like tad bit overrated. I'm gonna put it at a B. I liked how it gave us some like background on Draculaura and like her previous school, I guess. I really didn't like Valentine. I thought he was really annoying.
Cupid, it's a love emergency. If he put her under a spell, in order to break it, we're gonna need this.
Claude trying to give Draculaura gifts was just It gave a little bit of secondhand embarrassment, except for I thought the box of stuff was actually kind of meaningful, but they were all like...
Check it out.
Oh, a box of junk. How thoughtful. Yeah, you can't give her a bunch of stuff that you dug up from the backyard.
And then they realized later, they were like, oh, this is perfect. It was like a good gift from the beginning. It's like a little box of memories, like throughout all the memories they've had dating. So I'm gonna rate Ghouls Rule at... I also had Cleo's doll for this movie. It was really pretty. I don't know where it went, and I'm really sad. I put that an A, but I feel like it's like in the middle of an A and an A+. A minus? That's not an option on here. No, that's lower than an A. What
am I saying?
No. Forgot to mention this on Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love, but I loved seeing like Cleo and Claudine planning Dracula's party and like them working together. I don't know. I just thought it was a fun dynamic. I also really liked Claire, and it was interesting to see Jackson going into a regular school and like his experience. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a lot to say about this movie. Kind of reminded me of Fright On, but now that I'm talking about it in a video, I'm realizing that they're very drastically different, but just like because of the werewolves and vampire situation and humans versus monsters, but they're actually very different movies, so I don't know why I was thinking that. No, okay. I'm sticking to A. Abby absolutely carried in this movie. Like, it was really entertaining. That is like my first part. She's probably the reason why it's ranked so high. Especially, I just really enjoyed her in this movie. Her and Ghoulia's friendship is honestly so cute. I don't even care enough to remember his name, but the main antagonist of this movie is really annoying. And I don't even know how he tricked the principal into letting them have an assembly at the end.
Without further ado, I give you...
Greetings, boys, ghouls, and monsters of all ages. In one brief moment, I will provide for you a show of such colossal proportions, a sight of such epic magnitude.
Hey, does this guy seem familiar to you? Toots! But where from?
Also, he was so mean to Kipling, and like, I don't know, I thought we were gonna see more of like Kipling playing a role in this movie, but he only really like reveals himself at the end. I feel like I don't have much to say besides that. Moving on, Freaky Fusion. I feel like people might think this is too low, but okay.
I cannot decide where to put this movie.
I'm gonna stick to B. First off, I really liked Draculaura and Rebecca's like friendship in this movie, because I thought the whole thing where they were like,
you're both too polite.
Oh, right. I'll let Rebecca take the lead. No, it should really be Draculaura. That's so sweet. But I really do insist.
Right. First I was like, oh, we get it. But then as the movie went on and they were still doing that while in like the same body, it just made it funnier. I think the reason why I was wanting to put this at a B had to do with Sparky. He was really getting on my nerves the whole movie. I just knew, like, from the moment I saw him that he was gonna screw something up. And he did. Another thing is, like, I was gonna say, I called it a robot, but, like, is it really a robot? Whatever, the creation that Sparky made in the lab, the noises it was making as they were, like, trying to lure it in the lab. Also, the dolls for the Freaky Fusion line are really cool. And lastly, we have 13 Wishes. Ignore how it was on D. I accidentally put it there because I had one more thought about the last one. I'm gonna put it at B. Whenever I think of this movie, I just think of this like one scene where it's when they first get transported into the genie bottle and they like have these cool outfits on, and Dracula is like,
lantern, which explains why we look so fabulous.
That doesn't explain shit.
And Ghoulia just looks so confused. Anyway, I really enjoyed how this movie was centered on Halloween and Twyla. You know, any movie that includes Twyla, I gotta give it some credit. I love Twyla. I also really like the shadow versions of like the monsters in this movie when they like got transported to the bottle. I feel like it would have been so cool if they did like the shadow dolls of them, but they didn't do that. They only did like them in the fabulous outfits or whatever, even though they were, I mean, they're supposed to be evil, so I mean, maybe they thought it wouldn't sell. I feel like I don't have much else to say about this movie, but I really did enjoy it, and it's pretty self-explanatory why it was a good movie, because it's one I feel like gets a lot of praise. But yeah, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and comment down below some of your opinions on Monster High or what your favorite Monster High movie is, and I will see you guys in the very next video.